all doing well. Thanks so much for clicking on my video. I have a short Bicester Village haul today. We were there a couple of weeks ago, my daughter and my friend and I. We generally go twice a year, but I think I'll be changing that now to perhaps once a year, because we were there in November and we went in April, and there wasn't a huge difference, I don't think, in stock and in the shops. That kind of made me want to spend an awful lot. I was hoping to go over. I actually checked in a bag, so I was thinking I was going to come back with tons. My daughter did get a lot regarding bulky items like trainers and jackets and that kind of thing. I go over more for Gucci, Tory Burch, YSL, which I have a short story to tell you about that. But I'll get cracking with the few bits that I've bought. One of my favourite shops in Bicester Village is the cosmetics company, which is, I think it's like the umbrella group for Estee Lauder, MAC, Bobbi Brown, all those kind of makeup and perfume companies. And the one thing that I love is they do Bronze Goddess, obviously, because it's Estee Lauder. And I had checked in a bag, which was great because I could bring home anything over 100ml. And the last time I went, they had this and they had it again. And it's the Bronze Goddess Whipped Body Cream, which I cannot wait to use. And this was £26 for a jar, which is 200ml. If you get the lotion in this, which I've bought before in Debenhams, I think the body lotion in this is around €50. So for £26 for something this size, I think is a bargain. It's about €31, I think, for something that big, which is great. And I also got with it I have the Bronze Goddess perfume in there, and this is the Cool and Body Spray, and that was only £25 as well. And they had the perfume, but I didn't need it because I have a full bottle in there. I haven't seen this one. I don't think I've seen this one in Debenhams, so I'm looking forward to using that. And that's 150ml for £25, which is, I think, around €32-33. I think is brilliant. So really happy to get those two. And I think they had a bronzer as well. They had a good selection and loads of stock of that. Also, what I got was my favourite Jo Malone perfume of all time. And this is the Lime, Basil and Mandarin. I normally buy the small one that you can throw into your handbag. I normally get that in BT's here in Dublin. I think it's around €60. This, what size is this? This is big. This is 100ml. I think the one I get is a 50 or even less. And this was £70. I'm not sure, but I think that's €150 or more here in Ireland. So that's still a big reduction. That's probably about €90 for something that big. And I'm not big into carrying big bottles around, so I might just leave this sitting here and use it as I go. My little perfume tray that's there, kind of the perfume I'm using for the week, I normally sit there. So I haven't used this yet, but this is one of my favourites, the Lime, Basil and Mandarin. It's just, if you know me and you've watched my channel for a while, you know I am the biggest perfume addict. I'd spend more on perfume than I would clothes, to be honest. And when I seen this was in the cosmetics company, I was just so happy to get it. So that's another thing I got that I was so happy to get. I also got my favourite concealer. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, which I cannot live without to hide. I have it on today, believe it or not, and it's not hiding these bags. But I've such dark circles under my eyes, and I've tried so many concealers. I think I've even tried the NARS Creamy Concealer, and I find it's very cakey under my eyes. But this one, for us ladies over 40, I think is probably the best. And that's there, it's the Double Wear. And I always get the same colour, which is, I think it's light medium. Yeah, light medium. That was £17. I had previously just purchased one a couple of weeks before in Debenhams, and I think it cost me €30. So it's still a lot cheaper to buy in the cosmetics company in Bicester. I also got a couple of pieces from MAC. I got Spice is probably the most used lip liner for me, but Whirl is something very similar to it. So I got Whirl, and I got the Whirl lipstick as well, which is such a nice colour. I haven't actually tried the lip liner before in Whirl, but I have tried the lipstick. This and I think is it Teddy? They're very much my colours. I haven't got it on today, but I have something similar. And the other one I bought is, sorry, that's it, Velvet Teddy. I've even forgotten what I bought. That's the one that's very similar. And these are kind of, I think, some of the most popular colours in MAC. And I always buy them when I'm in town. I run out, go into BT's, they always have them. £12.25. I think I spend €24 I think on one. So, and that's again, it's a very similar colour, a little bit lighter, but I love those two. And to have, they are I think two of the most popular colours in MAC that they actually sell, and to have them in the outlet, to have Whirl and Velvet Teddy, I thought was brilliant. So I should have actually got more. I only got one. I don't know what I was thinking. And the last thing I got, we were in, this is makeup wise, we were in the Bullring. We stay in Birmingham because I think it's much easier to access. We hire a car and drive down to Bicester. It's less than an hour. And when we were in the Bullring, which is a great big shopping centre in the centre of Birmingham, which I love, there was a Morphe shop. We've seen this on our last day when we were wandering around, and this is an eyelid primer base, which I haven't tried yet, but I will give it a go. And oh my goodness, we don't have a Morphe shop here in Ireland. You would spend hours in it. They had every palette, my daughter bought loads, everything you can imagine. If you're a big makeup fan and you buy Morphe online, there's one in that centre, and it's just amazing. And also, when I spent so much, I think everything that I bought in this cosmetics company came to about £200. They gave me a free little makeup bag, and it's actually full of little Estee Lauder samples, which I was very excited about. And there's a cleanser, there's a little eyeshadow palette, a perfume, which I'm not a lover of. It's beautiful, but it's still nice. It's not one of my favourite scents. A mascara, a lip gloss, and a little bag, which I thought was so cute. So I mainly bought really cosmetics, to be honest. And I'll show you the couple of other pieces I bought, the reasons why I went over to Bicester Village. This is a little bit of a sad story. I went over because I wanted to purchase a bag in Saint Laurent or YSL, and I did, and I inspected the bag perfectly in the shop, and I made sure everything was immaculate because I'd had issues before buying bags and getting them home and having to change them and blah blah. So checked the bag perfect, came home here to Ireland. I didn't actually put it in my suitcase, I put it in my carry-on because I didn't want it to get damaged and I didn't want it to go missing. When I unpackaged it when I got home, I have a picture of it. If I can, I will insert the picture now. There was some little pressure marks on the top of the bag, just near the straps, near the handle. Now the bag was €1,250. For that price, I wanted the bag to be perfect. So I rang them up the next day. I'm going to make this story really, really quick. I rang them up the next day. They sent UPS to collect the bag off me, which I thought was really good. They received it back in no time, in a day or two. They shipped me back a brand new bag, which went missing. UPS lost the bag. This went on for 3 weeks, backwards and forwards. Very, very poor communication from YSL in Bicester Village. I didn't get contacted when the bag had left them. If I had, I would have been able to trace it a lot quicker. Instead, I was actually away for a week, and when I came back, I still had no handbag. I emailed them. They never corresponded to any emails. They never answered their phone. I rang them one Saturday. I must have rang them about 10 times, and they didn't answer the phone. But this was the really, really horrible part. When I put my phone on to block my number, they answered it straight away, which I thought was really, really bad customer service. I'm part of a big retail group that I work for. I'm part of management, and I know the customer service is everything. If you don't have customers, you don't have a job. Their customer service, I thought at the beginning was great to collect it, but then after that it just went downhill. Now I know it's not their fault that they didn't lose the bag, UPS did, but from their end the communication was just awful. So in the end, 5 weeks later I had no handbag, so I just said to the manager, just give me a refund. I was heartbroken. This bag was to die for, and it's one of the main reasons I went over to Bicester, because I wanted to shop in YSL. It was grey. I'll try and insert a picture again if I can. It was grey, it had gold hardware, it was beautiful, but I was not accepting marks on a bag for that kind of price, and they were clear, you could not miss them. The way she had packaged it, there was a charm hanging from it, and it had indented into the top of it and left 2 big pressure marks, and I just wasn't happy. So that's the short version of my 5 weeks of hell with YSL. Not their fault that they lasted, but their customer service in Bicester Village over the phone and through emails is awful. So you need to get that. So items that I bought, I didn't go mad. Normally I buy a lot more in Bicester Village. I seem to buy more cosmetics than anything else. I did buy some clothes in some stores in the Bullring, but nothing major, just a couple of pairs of jeans and tops and that kind of thing that I didn't see here in Ireland. But 2 things I did buy. I went into Gucci. Gucci in Bicester is one of my favourite stores, and they had revamped it since I was there last. So I bought 2 things in Gucci. The reason I didn't buy a bag in Gucci was because I was keeping my money to buy one in Bicester, which went horribly wrong. So that's why I only have 2 small pieces from Gucci, and I'll show you them now. I think they're just the cutest thing ever. I love the way the outlet is now doing the current boxes. Before they didn't. So these 2 little pieces are 2 SLGs, and this is the first one. I use my Louis Vuitton small pouch for my car keys all the time, and I thought I seen this online, and then when I went into the outlet, they had it, and I was so happy because the black will go with everything, and it's just the GG logo all over it. I literally just bought it for my keys, and I can pop my car key on there, and it will go with everything because it's black and it's quite durable. We'll see how long we get out of it. My Louis Vuitton one I have, I'd say, about 10 years, and it gets used every day, and the colour is only starting to go off it now. If anything happened to it tomorrow, I would probably buy another one, but for something different, I said I'd get this black one because I have a wallet to match this, and I have a Gucci handbag up there, so it will match perfect. And this, I think, was about £135, which wasn't too bad at all, considering I'll be using it every day. I'll change over now from my Louis Vuitton one to this one for something different, because as I say, I've used my Louis Vuitton one for years. You could also use it as a charm. You could hang it on the front of your bag as well, and you could use it for like card holders or coins or anything like that. But I think they're a great little thing to have. So that's one of the things I got on Gucci. And the other thing I got was a little card holder to match a handbag that I bought over there, I think last year or the year before, and it's a little grey card holder. And when I bought my bag last year, they didn't have this. I ended up buying the big wallet, which I've never used. It's awful to say, but this is definitely more for the size of the bag that I have. It will match perfect. And I have something the same, it's nearly identical. The Chanel one I have at the minute I'm using every day since I got my Chanel Classic. So this could be another one I'll use for a change. And it's the very same as the Chanel. The only difference is you have a small little pocket up here as well. Plenty of room for cards and notes if you do carry. I don't carry notes a lot or cash, but sometimes you throw like a 20 or a 10 or something in there, and your cards in the back a little bit change. And I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. It's identical to my bag, which I will be able to use now. It's nice to have things matching, I know, isn't it? How sad are we? How sad am I should say. And the last but not least, I went into Burberry. And when I go into Burberry, I want everything, but I have to stop myself. I bought a jacket last year, and I wanted to get the same one, perhaps in a red or in the camel colour, but it was a different style. It had this thing around the neck, and when I tried it on, I just didn't like it. They changed it slightly. So all I got in Burberry was a little navy polo shirt, and it's very subtle, has the little bit of Burberry around the edge of the sleeve, and I have this in white as well, and I wear it a lot. And this was only, sorry, that little purse I think was about £150, and this little t-shirt was 119, which I think is a bargain, to be honest. And they wash it really, really well. That's how you know you're getting old, when you're talking about washing. And it has underneath the collar there as well. I'm not a collar up kind of girl. I would just have the sleeves shown that little bit there. So yeah, that's so cute, isn't it? Be nice little white pair of jeans, perfect for summer or anything. So that's everything I think I bought in Bicester. I didn't go mad this time. Sure I didn't, because of the reason with YSL. That was my main aim, was to go over and buy the YSL bag, but that went pear-shaped. But sure, look, hopefully next time I don't know, I won't be going to Bicester for a while. I won't be doing it twice a year like normally, because nothing had changed, to be honest, in the 6 months we were there. So I will be going, but it'll probably be next year again. So that's everything. Thanks so much for clicking on my video today. I have a few more coming up as well. I have a plan, and I've been tagged in a few as well. It's just getting around to do them with the work and everything, you know what it's like. So I would love if you could click on the subscribe button. They're going up slowly but surely. I'm delighted with the amount I have. I'm nearly up to 1,200 I think at this stage, which from little old me is just amazing. And you can check me out on Instagram as well. I'm on there nearly every day. Same, it's more Mandy J, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.